Starting off at the bee yard. I'm gonna get started working these hives. Just doing hive checks, easy day. Just trying to make sure that they're good. Since we have the weather for it, making sure that they're gonna have enough feed, weight, and see what's going on inside. Feeling for bottom weight. The top has not nice weight, but I kind of want to keep them fed. Maybe y'all can actually see what I'm doing. Trying to see if I can get y'all a nice, that's not a bad angle. Show you what's actually going on in the hive and what I'm seeing when I'm working it. So I already see brood at the top. See, you got some nice brood. It's pretty condensed. They're not looking too bad. I think we're coming to feed at a good time because there's a lot of brood that's going to hatch and they're going to be hungry when they hatch. So we're going to make sure that we feed them up and keep the weight on them. Ideally, since we have a pretty short winter here in California, we'll go for about like 70 pounds of weight on a hive. So we'll keep them open for a little bit while we work them. So there's a hive that I combined actually, or I condensed it to the bottom, and so far they're looking pretty good. They have bees and they've been able to keep warm, so I'm gonna feel on the side here for weight. Not bad. We're gonna feed them though. Maybe even so. I'm not sure. I'm trying to slow down pollen for the year until the new year because they're bringing in a little bit of pollen and we're gonna shut down in like a month here, so I'm really not trying to have them produce more bees / more mites. Nice. How's our smoke going? There we go. There we go. Alright. Rolling smoke. Hey-oo! We're at the bee yard. Just sunset's coming, so we're just trying to get them worked out before the sun sets. They're doing some pretty good flight right now. You see, collecting some pollen. It's always a good sign. We're just gonna go through, check for weight, and feed them. So we'll get started. Oop, need a little bit more for that one. So we have a lot of hatched brood here. You can see a lot of fresh bees coming out. So the queen had been laying pretty well and she's still laying awesome. And I like to see that. That means, you know, we're doing something a little bit right with our queen breeding program. So we're gonna keep an eye on this hive, maybe even use it for a breeder in the future. One thing that I know is that I definitely used a queen in this. I use queens in this yard that all vaccinated, so that's one difference that I noticed for sure that seems to be proven out. All right, just wrapping up for the day. Bees don't look too bad. I'm happy with how they look. I think doing a lot of the changes that we did this year definitely assisted in that. Let's see, get you all set up here. Yeah, I think rounding out the year, those bees are gonna do hopefully pretty good. We're gonna keep an eye on them throughout December, January, before we go into almonds. Using the grass to plug my end of my smoker. I'm not too far from home, so I'll at least plug it till I get home. But yeah, I think we stepped up our varroa mite treatment, made sure that we were on top of their health. We got some testing done this year for the hives, so I think that really helped out a lot. And it was very beneficial to see what was going on. I knew I had a lot of nosema in some hives, so I wanted to clear that up. And clearing that up really starts in the autumn, because once you go into the spring, you don't have enough nectar sources, and it's still kind of cold, so the bees don't really have a chance. And they've just been in there with the nosema for 2, 3, 4 months even sometimes. So clearing your hives and getting them really healthy before the winter, I think, you know, can't be it can't be stated enough how important that is, because your success in the fall will lead to your success down the line in the spring. So we're closing out for the night. I'm pretty dang tired, so I'm gonna go home and find something to eat. See ya. Have a good night.